back to the How Podcast 101. I am Jake Roberts, joined alongside
Lucas Mitchell. Hello. How are you doing today?
I'm doing fantastic.
Awesome. Let's just get right into our announcements. First of all, a reminder for this week is Trunk or Treat for the FBC How on the 31st, and we'd love to see you there. It's just right at the FBC How Baptist Church.
In the parking lot. All right, you want to move on to the next one? Then we will have our next How Bulldogs varsity football game, second to last game. So it's going to be a little bit interesting to see how they pull out and honestly just how they're going to do in general. They are going to be playing Bonham in a very exciting game, I think, because Bonham has only won one game this year, and it was a non-district contest.
Yeah.
Plus, Bonham has not played in 2 weeks due to COVID. We'll go over more of that, and we will recap last week's game coming up in a little bit.
Yeah.
But you want to move on?
Yeah, let's, I guess we can move on to our sponsors. Thank you, sponsors. We'll have Hannah's Cafe and Market. We have Dawn Smokehouse, The Plant Lady, Palio's, Medford Chiropractic in Denton, and Cartwright Creation. Thank you all for your support, and we hope to have you later on.
Yeah, so interviews, as far as that's concerned, at the moment we don't have an interview. We've had some technical difficulties today. Some major technical difficulties.
Huge.
So
backed us up a lot.
Yes.
So I guess let's sell out real quick. Our email, howpodcast101@outlook.com. You can find us here and contact us if you have any ideas, if you want to get in contact with us for anything. You can also go to our website, how101.com, and you can look up all our information there.
Hold on.
You
gotta let me say that.
Oh my God, yes.
Or if you don't want to go to how101.com, you can go to howpodcast101.com/podcasts.
That's wrong.
Howpodcast101.wixsite.com/podcast. I forgot the Wix site.
Oh my goodness, Jake. Okay.
I'm sorry. This is why we bought a thing. Okay.
Also, make sure you respond with information about school activities and stuff like that. And so our segments, obviously, they'll consist of the NFL segment. We'll do a top 10.
Of course.
And
by the way,
we might have an interview. I don't know.
We'll see. If we can find an interview, that would be fantastic.
Yes.
By the way, the top 10 segment this week, I'm very excited for this. We're going to be taking a look at the top 10 cheeses that you put on our grilled cheese.
Yes.
This was influenced by Gage Troxel.
Grilled cheese man.
Of course, he is grilled cheese man. So, that's influenced by him. Hopefully, we can get someone on, maybe him, honestly. Yeah. But, so other than that, I can't really think of any segments or anything that we're going to be doing. I don't think we're missing anything. I think now it's just time to go to a quick break, and then we'll come back and we'll do... You want to start with the NFL segment?
Yeah, we can start with that real quick, and we'll be back right after this.
Want a t-shirt with your favorite How Bulldogs athlete name? How about a custom tumbler? Or let's get loud at the game with the customized cowbell. Cartwright Creations designs and sells custom tumblers, t-shirts, and cowbells for all your favorite sports teams and events. Easy ordering and quick turnaround from your own local. Lacey Cartwright. Cartwright Creations can be found on Facebook and Etsy or directly online at cartwrightcreations.etsy.com. Cartwright Creations is ready to take your custom order today. Cartwright Creations, where Bulldog pride never dies.
Welcome back to the How Podcast 101.
We're going to be talking about the NFL scoreboard for Week 7. Jake, you want to kick us off this time?
I would love to. And kickoff does make sense because it is a football game, and they start the game with a kickoff.
Yes.
So, logic. The Lions are losing to the Falcons 13-14. The Falcons kind of scored in the second quarter. That's when they kind of had an offensive explosion, which is only 2 touchdowns.
And the Lions spread around.
Yeah, the Lions spread around their points. 7 points in the first quarter, 3 in the second, 3 in the third. And it's just the beginning of the fourth quarter, so it really should be an interesting game. There's 11 minutes and 57 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
And some top performers this night is Matt Ryan with 25 out of 36 and 271 yards and 1 touchdown. Todd Gurley, 17 carries, 42 yards, and 1 touchdown. Julio Jones, 8 receptions and 97 yards.
Moving on now, we have the Browns with 24 and the Bengals at 20. Interesting game, the Battle of Ohio. This is already the second Battle of Ohio. We're pretty far into the season now. Week 7, we are over halfway done with the season. No, never mind. There's 16 games. I'm retarded. No, that we are almost halfway done with the season. Something really interesting going on with this game. They're doing really well. Joe Burrow just completed a pass to A.J. Green, and they seem to be doing absolutely fantastic in this game. The Browns and the Bengals. Can the Bengals finally get another win? I don't know. We'll see. 10:48 left in the fourth.
Top performers were Joe Burrow, 27 out of 34, and 300 yards and 1 touchdown. Kareem Hunt, 15 carries and 60 yards. And Tyler Boyd with 9 receptions and 77 yards and 1 touchdown.
Joe Burrow having a fantastic rookie season. I'm actually really surprised what he's gotten to do in this short time that he's been with the Bengals for 7 weeks. This is his 7th NFL game ever. I'm actually very impressed with what he's been able to do. It's just going to be interesting to see how he can continue to perform as the years, as the weeks, as... You know, just maybe
all we can once go through,
Once we get out of this wacky COVID world, we'll just have to see what happens. Moving on now, we have the Steelers at 27 and the Titans at 17. Titans are kind of starting to make a comeback because the Steelers were up 27-10 at one point in this game. That is something I've really noticed, but definitely something that's going on right now. The Tennessee Titans and the Steelers, the third quarter just ended. Both of these teams are undefeated. Unbelievable performances from both. This is the game that everyone expected. This is the game that everyone wanted. Comeback by the Titans in the fourth quarter. I don't know. I could see it happening. You want to go ahead and...
Our top performers that night is Ben Roethlisberger with 23 out of 36 and 197 yards and 2 touchdowns. James Conner, 18 carries and 76 yards. And A.J. Brown, 2 receptions, 86 yards and 1 touchdown.
A.J. Brown is Tennessee, and the Ben Roethlisberger and James Conner are Pittsburgh, if you don't know football very well.
Yeah.
Panthers are at 24, Saints 27. 43-yard field goal that Will Lutz just kicked in, so the Saints are now up by 3 points. This is an absolutely phenomenal game so far. It's really exciting. I'm very happy to see this move on as it is. The Panthers are actually better than we expected this year, especially with the Saints 3-2. No one expected the Saints to be they're underproducing for how good they should be, I would have to say. Drew Brees is an absolutely fantastic player, and I think one thing that's making him, he's getting old. And the older you get, of course, the more you're not going to be able to perform at a level that you could when you were at a younger age.
Definitely.
You want to go ahead and give the top performers for
this? Speaking of Drew Brees, he has 29 out of 36 and 287 yards, 2 touchdowns. And Alvin Kamara, 14 carries and 83 yards. DJ Moore with 3 receptions and 85 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Moving on now, we have the Bills sneaking past the Jets in the fourth quarter. Bills 12, Jets 10. Josh Allen, 25 for 38, 266 yards and a touchdown. Frank Gore, 11 carries, 60 yards. And Cole Beasley, 8 receptions, 82 yards. Hold on, I'm just going to sit here while I look at the Cowboys-Washington score. Okay, that's good. I'm going to go cry myself to sleep now. The Dallas Cowboys are losing to Washington 25-3. Okay, there we go. I'm out of my trance. We're good now. You want to go ahead and give the stats?
Yeah, Cowboys again with 3 and losing to Washington at 25.
The Washington football team.
The Washington. I don't know why they changed their name. Oh, it's so dumb.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just Just politics.
Yeah,
It's ridiculous.
Their top performers that night or tonight is Kyle Allen, 14 out of 24 and 188 yards, 2 touchdowns. Antonio Gibson, 16 carries, 114 yards and 1 touchdown. Terry McLaurin, 7 receptions, 90 yards and 1 touchdown.
There you go, sneaking through that reception count. You added 10 receptions for him.
Oh, yeah, 27, 37, 47 receptions.
4,762 receptions.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how many receptions Terry
Good.
McLaurin had.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm very impressed by that number.
Yeah,
that has to be a record.
That's got to be like, it just in one game. Just,
Really?
Yeah.
In one? How did that
game.
even happen? How did they have that many plays?
Just that many. It always has been.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable.
Not even his career.
Wow. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Packers are beating the Texans 28-13, and this is the game everyone expected. Packers getting absolutely blown out by the Buccaneers last week. No one really expected them to lose to the Houston Texans. The Texans are just awful. Both Texas teams this year are just
horrible. They're doing terrible this week.
Not just this week.
Yeah,
they're just doing awful this year. Moving on to the games that have not started yet. Well, I guess I'm going to let you take it away with the top performers in the Packers-Texans game.
Yes. Their top performers were Aaron Rodgers, 22 out of 30 with 267 yards and 4 touchdowns.
Oh,
yeah. Jamal Williams, 14 carries, 56 yards. And Devontae Adams, 12 receptions, 180 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
We'll get it.
Oh my God, we're cutting so much.
It's fine.
This is a horrible segment.
Buccaneers and Raiders play at 3:05 Central Time. Some players to watch in this is Tom Brady.
Obviously, Tom Brady.
I mean, of course.
Yeah.
Why would you not watch Tom Brady? But he is the top quarterback in this game between Tom Brady and Derek Carr. Brady has 1,500 yards on the season and 14 touchdowns. Ronald Jones, 472 yards and 3 touchdowns. And Darren Walker, 295 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Yes.
So, we're going to do something a little bit different this week.
Yeah.
I'm going to let you make predictions based on the mascot. So
Obviously, I think...
Hold on.
I mean, well...
Buccaneers, Raiders. This is an interesting one, guys. What do you think?
I think Buccaneers.
You think the Buccaneers would beat the
yeah.
Raiders? So the Pirates would beat the Raiders?
Obviously.
Okay.
Why? Do you know what a Raider is?
Kind of. I don't know. I mean, you're the...
You raid places. Pirates are like the same way, but on sea. They're just cooler.
Okay, so the Buccaneers are going to beat the Raiders.
Obviously. This is just a guarantee.
It's just a guarantee?
Guarantee.
All right, I'm gonna cut this. I'm gonna say Lucas Mitchell guarantees that Buccaneers would beat Raiders in a fight.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I'm gonna give the actual prediction. Actually, I believe the Buccaneers will win this fight because
4-2 with the season.
they're 4-2 on the season and the Raiders are 3-2. But the Raiders have beaten the Chiefs this year, so we'll have to see how that goes for them. Moving on now, we have the Chiefs and the Broncos. I'll let you do your thing after I give the stats for the top players to watch. The top performers are up there in the top.
Mm-hmm.
Some players to watch in this segment. Patrick Mahomes with 1,700 yards and 15 touchdowns. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, 505 yards and a touchdown on the season. Travis Kelce, 475 yards and 2 touchdowns. 5 touchdowns.
To be honest, the Chiefs gonna obviously win, like, through stats and stuff like that.
Yeah, but what do you think Chiefs-Broncos mascot-wise? Who would win?
Still, Chiefs.
You think the Chiefs would win in a fight? I don't know. The Broncos could just, like, run them over.
No.
No?
But Chiefs could just...
I guess this is just me being a Broncos fan.
The Chiefs could just move.
True. They just throw spears and stuff?
Yeah.
I like that.
Like Chiefs, too.
It's true, they do.
Indian Chiefs.
I like that a lot. I'm okay with that. 49ers and Patriots. Cam Newton, 871 yards and 2 touchdowns, is the passing leader and the rushing leader. See that? 2 Cam Newton right there. Cam Newton also 45 carries, 225 yards, and 5 touchdowns rushing and only 2 touchdowns passing. That's good for him.
Yeah.
I mean, if he's a running back more than a quarterback, why don't they just put him at running back? But
Yeah.
whatever. And George Kittle for San Francisco, 30 receptions, 380 yards, and 2 touchdowns. 49ers Patriots, who wins in a fight?
Let's see. I'd have to go to the Patriots.
So would I. I mean, they have muskets.
Yeah.
49ers just have blocks of gold. So they can buy muskets.
They walk all the time. They have legs, I guess.
Yeah, but so did the Patriots. I mean, 1776, they walked everywhere. They didn't have cars.
Well, I know, but like the trails for the 49ers, they constantly walked all the time.
That's true,
They
they
were in
did.
mines all the time.
That is true.
But Patriots have muskets, so
They did. Moving down, we're not going to... Well, actually, that's kind of... What are they?
Jaguars against the Chargers.
So this is
Chargers
just-
are like
It's just a lightning bolt. So, I
what's their
mean...
mascot?
A charger. Like, just a lightning bolt.
Just their mascot is just a lightning bolt.
Yes.
But well, obviously the Chargers are gonna win. I mean,
Yes.
the Chargers versus the Jaguars. I mean,
I think the Chargers are actually going to win this game 27-24 in reality world. But in this made-up world where we're making fun of the mascots, and I like this. I think we should do this every week.
Yeah,
I think Battle of the Mascots.
yeah. I mean, the Chargers, like, it's a legit lightning bolt against a Jaguar. Who else? Who do you think will win? I mean,
Clearly the Chargers, right?
clear the Jaguars. because
'cause
Steph,
they can run.
Yeah, they can run away.
Oh,
from them.
this is an interesting one
Cardinals
coming out.
versus Seahawks.
Battle of
Ooh.
the Birds.
I'd have to say the Seahawks because Cardinals are weak.
Cardinals are very small and they pack a
Seahawks are
nifty
just better though.
nifty punch.
Seahawks are just better though. They're Seahawk. I mean, you hear that word?
Hawk.
Seahawk? I mean, come on.
I mean, they're actually going to win this game because the Seahawks are 5-0 and the
Yeah.
Cardinals are 4-2. So in reality, they'll win the game
Cardinals
also.
did all right, but like,
Well, when they
Seahawks
beat the
just did
Cowboys
better.
38-10 last week, apparently that wasn't all right because let's just check this score again. It's still 25-3, Washington over Dallas. So it's not.
Yeah, Cowboys are not doing good this season.
That's what happens when your quarterback destroys his ankle.
Ankle just gone.
He doesn't even have an ankle at this point anymore. Eagles are 22-21 over the Giants, but without this, regardless of the score, let's give another prediction on that. Who do you think would win between a Giant and an Eagle?
Obviously this is easy, but Giants.
The Eagles.
The Eagles because they can fly.
Ooh, that's a good one right there.
The Bears versus the Rams.
Yeah.
That have to be the Bears because Bears are stronger than Rams.
Yeah, but a Ram could just ram their horns through the bear.
Bears could just punch them to death.
True.
And Bears have like tough skin, so
That's true, they
Ram like you can't. It's hard to stab like metal into bears.
Really?
Yeah, I mean shooting them. Shooting a bear obviously works a little bit, but it doesn't work as effectively because bears fight for survival. The adrenaline that they have, that would easily beat the Rams because once they get stabbed, they can't get stabbed again because they'd just be pierced. And then the Rams can't do anything. I mean, the Bears just beat them up.
So I guess what you're saying is it could be a tie here because both of them would die
No, Bears want to die.
if they got.
They probably would have healed easy. Well, it depends where the Bears get hit, but they're pretty dumb, so never
All
know.
right, that's gonna do it for our NFL segment.
A bit too long, but
it's fine.
It's fine.
We introduced something new. It was pretty cool. Coming up next, though, I am very excited for this. We are going to be doing the top 10 cheeses that you put on your grilled cheese. We'll do it right after this. If you are craving some fried rice, egg rolls, boba tea, beef teriyaki, or my favorite, sesame chicken, then Hannah's Cafe and Market is for you. It's the newest restaurant in town, and for all you Bulldogs, there is a 10% student discount for a limited time. Hannah's Cafe and Market is located at 105 South Denny Street in Howe, just north of the First Baptist Church. You can find them on Facebook or call at 903-532-0529. Hannah's Cafe and Market. Go Dogs!
Hey, what's your favorite pizza place? Well, it's Palio's Pizza, of course. But Palio's also brings you the best fresh salads, sandwiches, pastas, and my favorite, wings. They have a great lunch menu, delicious desserts, and their drinks have free refills. Palio's Pizza is located at 303 West Hanning. We are available for dine-in or carry-out. Order online at www.palioshow.com or call us at 903-532-0390. Palio's Pizza in Howe.
Welcome back to the How Podcast 101.
We're going to be taking a look at the top 10 cheese for your grilled cheese sandwich.
Yep, that's what we're going to be doing. But first we have to
So number 10, we're going to start off with Swiss cheese. Swiss cheese, honestly, Swiss cheese, I don't really eat Swiss cheese at all.
You know, it's got the holes in it, you know what I mean?
I don't, but like, it's just, plainly, it's not as good. I think maybe on a grilled cheese sandwich it might taste better, but I mostly eat it on like, I don't know, what do you eat your Swiss cheese on?
Sandwiches is what I would say. Not grilled cheese, particular, like ham and cheese sandwiches.
I don't know. Swiss cheese just doesn't taste right, you know what I mean?
It does taste a little bit weird.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would put this here.
And why does it have holes in it? Like, we know cheese has holes and everything, but Swiss cheese?
It has like perfect circles.
Yeah, it's like,
it's whack. I don't get it. It's so weird.
I guess we can move on, really.
Yeah, let's move on.
Because Swiss cheese isn't that really weird.
So let's just disagree with number 10.
Yeah,
because by the way, this is on Ranker.com, the best list finder to exist.
Why don't I don't know. We'll just keep going. We'll replace it later. But at number 9, Colby cheese.
I'm okay with this.
Colby cheese is really good.
Colby's like my favorite cheese.
I mean, it's like it's just mozzarella and just the regular American cheese.
I don't think it's mozzarella. I think it's mozzarella and cheddar is what it is.
Well, the same thing, right?
No, American and cheddar are definitely different things.
Oh.
Yeah.
I knew that.
Yeah.
Sure.
Did you know that? Okay. Yeah, but Colby cheese, this is my favorite cheese.
You think, yeah. I mean,
I don't know if it's my favorite on a grilled cheese.
Yeah.
But I know it's very good on ham sandwiches.
Munster cheese is number 8. What is Munster cheese? I've never heard of that before.
I don't know what it is either. Let's just be real.
I think it's like the stuff you put on patty melts, I guess.
Oh, is it?
It probably melts easier. It's probably
okay.
Like, I don't know, really weird.
I like that. I like patty melts.
Yeah. Well, we can just move on now. We don't want this segment to be too long for everyone, but Munster cheese, Munster. How do you even say that? Munster.
Monster cheese. We're calling it no. Be quiet. We're calling it monster cheese. It's monster cheese.
Yes. All right. Number 7. You want to go with that?
Yeah, we'll do it. Pepper jack cheese.
Yeah, pepper jack cheese.
Do you like pepper jack?
I love pepper jack cheese. I don't even know why this is number 7. That's horrible.
Yeah. What?
Yeah, some of these on the above it is just not correct. Pepper jack cheese is number 1 for me.
No, you see this. I don't.
Downvoted.
Yeah, no, I don't see how this is at 7. I'm very angry actually. I'm very mad. Pepper jack should be like at least a top 5.
Yeah, definitely. And then I guess we can move on with mozzarella. Actually, pepper jack cheese. I don't know. Like I put that on. Like you put it on burgers, just like cheddar, but I put that more on everything more than I do with cheddar. Because cheddar, I don't know, I like the spiciness of the pepper jack cheese.
It's barely, I like that it's like barely spicy.
Yeah, and then
just
it's
a little bit spicy. I know what you mean.
Really, a little bit weird, like with the spices in it. But otherwise, the cheese is just amazing. I could eat it all day long.
You want to do number 6?
Yeah, number 6 is mozzarella. You put this on about like everything, really. I mean, you could put. I don't know why people. I've never heard of someone putting a mozzarella on a sandwich, much less a grilled cheese. I don't know. Have you ever eaten a grilled cheese with a mozzarella on it? Because I only eat like pizza and.
I may have had a grilled cheese with
spaghetti
mozzarella
and stuff, but like I don't know.
I think it's fantastic. I think I've had it before, and it's absolutely fantastic. I think so. Well, think about pizza cheese just on bread.
Yeah. I don't know.
Honestly. Shouldn't we tell the story of this morning?
Oh, yeah.
Pizza cheese on bread? Or, just pizza on bread?
Yeah, so we thought of this idea where you could just have an easy-to-make pizza. It's just cheese and sauce on bread. It's like
and then you toast the bread in a toaster.
yeah, you just toast the bread, like a sandwich.
This is genius, I think.
I know, like people say it's not a pizza because it doesn't have like the sauce and mozzarella on top of it, but instead you could just have it double stuffed, and you could have it like inside and on top of the grilled on the cheese.
You could do that, or you could just do
tastes
one
better.
piece.
And you could put it in the oven too, so it wouldn't get all over the toaster.
Oh, true. So then you don't have to do the toaster.
Yeah.
And then you can just like heat it up through that. That's a good way to do that.
Ooh, or you could like take 2 pieces of bread, smush them together, and then put them in the toaster. And then when they're out, you like take the 2 pieces of bread out.
Okay.
And then like the cheese and sauce is like equally spread around the 2 pieces of bread. You can eat those each as pizza. I think that'd be just a good sandwich.
You're a genius.
grilled
How did you?
cheese. It's not even a grill. Like, what, could you call it a grilled cheese? Because it's not really a sandwich anymore after you
True.
put them apart. I don't know. But I guess we'll move on now. Gouda cheese. I'm not a huge. I don't actually like Gouda cheese.
Yeah.
I
don't either.
I don't think many people like Gouda cheese.
Then
I mean,
why
I
is
guess
this
they
number
like
5 on the list? They like it enough because it's 309 to 133. People like it to
like
dislike.
wanting them to put it up on
I'm
the
gonna
higher
dislike
on the ranks. Yeah. 30% of the people agree with disliking it.
So 70% of people like Gouda cheese. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't like Gouda cheese. It just doesn't taste right. It's like Swiss cheese, but worse.
That is
I don't
a
like
fair.
I don't know. And then provolone. What even is provolone on number 4?
You've never had provolone cheese? It's just like
Not
white
really.
cheese. It's kind of like It reminds me a lot of what's it called? It's down here. Of Swiss cheese. It reminds me a lot of Swiss cheese.
Really?
It just doesn't have the holes.
I think I've had provolone. I just didn't like it.
It's okay. I wouldn't.
I just didn't really know what it was.
I disagree with this at top 4.
Yeah.
This is not a top
It
4.
could definitely go down. I'm disliking it.
Yeah, go ahead.
For Monterey Jack, this is really good.
Oh man, yeah, I love myself some Monterey Jack
Yeah.
cheese. That's fantastic. That's a good placement right there.
Jack in the Box right there. That's like the main plate. You get that sourdough bread, and then with Monterey Jack.
Oh, yeah.
Amazing. Yeah.
That does sound fantastic.
It is really good. So number 2, obvious choice, American cheese.
This is just a classic.
It's just American cheese. I mean, on a grilled cheese sandwich, amazing.
I mean,
As
a child, it's a
pretty
classic,
much
right?
everyone's. Yeah, it's pretty much everyone's thing. I mean, isn't it like the plastic, like in the plastic wrappers though, like the actual American cheese? It's like kind of thin, and like they say
fake
it's
American
worse,
cheese.
yeah, the fake the fake cheese really.
It's like
that's
Velveeta.
what-
Speaking of Velveeta, would that be good on a grilled cheese? You think?
probably
Think so?
maybe.
I don't know. I don't think you
It
can
tastes a
consider
lot
it a grilled
different,
cheese.
so-
I think that's more of just like a.
mac and grilled cheese.
I don't know. Velveeta's not really cheese, so that's why I'm trying to think of chemicals in bread.
Yeah, and
There we go.
Chemicals in bread.
Okay.
Just eat straight up chemicals with bread.
Should we move on to the number
Yeah,
one? Don't say it.
number-
No. I gotta say it.
You want to say it?
The number 1 position on Ranker.com.
It's cheddar cheese.
I'm very mad that you just did that to me.
Too bad.
I was gonna go through the thing. The number 1 position on Ranker.com is
Cheddar cheese.
cheddar cheese. Well, you should have let me have that
No,
moment.
I'm not letting you have.
Very
that.
disappointed.
Oh well. With cheddar cheese, we have cheddar cheese. You put this every single time on cheese. Every time your
You
mom
put
or
cheddar
dad
cheese
makes
on
this.
cheese? Is that what you just said?
What?
I'm pretty sure you just said you put cheese on cheese.
Well, don't worry about it.
Okay.
So the cheddar cheese, I don't know, cheddar cheese it just goes on everything that it has cheese on it. I mean, cheddar cheese, when you think of cheese, that is what cheese is. It's just cheddar cheese. We ever use
Okay.
the word cheese a lot.
We have
mean,
said
it's just
cheese
grilled-
so many times in this
Best
segment.
cheese for grilled cheese sandwich. It's very a cheesy joke.
Speaking of cheesy jokes, no, I'm just kidding. We're not gonna do the top 10 cheesy jokes.
Oh my, okay. I don't know. Do you have any what else do you put cheddar cheese on? What do you think? It's like extra, like I don't know, something weird that you put cheddar cheese on. Like if you put it like on, like.
Oh, I got one. Spaghetti.
Well, but you put like you put cheddar cheese on that.
No, I'm saying
Mozzarella.
that'd be weird if you did. Don't you
Like,
think that'd be
could
weird?
you put cheddar cheese on spaghetti?
My parents do sometimes.
Ugh. That would be horrible.
Imagine American though. It could get worse.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, I don't want to think about that.
What about instead of like cheddar cheese on spaghetti, like what about on ramen? That'd be horrible.
Oh, that sounds disgusting.
All
right, let's get that.
Let's get out of here. So this will do it for this segment.
Coming up next, though, we'll take a look at the varsity game of the week.
Yes.
We'll do it right after this.
Don's Smokehouse is one of the best fresh butcher shops in Texas, but it's not just a butcher shop. It's home of the best jerky around and the famous Great Wall of Jerky, where you will find 17 different kinds of jerky, including bear, buffalo, elk, venison, turkey, and of course, beef and more. We are open Tuesdays through Saturdays from 10 to 6. Don's Smokehouse is located in downtown Howe at 111 East Hanning Street. Come on down for a free sample and experience the Great Wall of Jerky. Don's Smokehouse, the best jerky around.
And a halfback pass down the field. Wide open, Ryan Huff. Caught it at the 48, sprinting towards the end zone. He's got the 20, makes a cut to the inside 15. Knocked down at the 10-yard line, inside the 10 to about the 5. How about that? Some trickery, razzle-dazzle on play number 1 at Bulldog Stadium.
You're 0-7 playing one of the best teams in the district? Why the heck not?
Double wing, and this is going to be a handoff to Jones, running right side. He is in. It is touchdown time in Texas.
Welcome back to the How Podcast 101. Thanks, Monty Walker, for the call on that. How versus Mineola. How loses 70-7, but they did score the first touchdown.
Thank you, Jake, for doing those highlights too. I heard you kept track of the highlights as well.
I did do that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice. It was extremely cold. So, I mean, you were on the top of the stand, or on top of the voice box.
Okay, let me tell you a story.
Did you freeze?
So, I was supposed to be on top of the voice box.
Yes.
Not the voice box. We were just doing.
It's
We
the
figured
voice
out the
box.
mic, by the way, so that's why the
Yes.
audio probably sounds so much better for this segment. But what happened was I was supposed to be on the roof.
Yeah.
We had moved the highlight clipper that I have up there to clip the highlights and write everything down.
Yeah.
But then I was just like, I asked Monty, I was like, do I have to do this? And he was like, no. So I just went up there, grabbed the thing, walked down, but our statistician was up there.
Oh, okay.
The entire
Dang.
game. He
He
comes down.
had a jacket on, right?
He had
Be
multiple
better.
jackets on.
Yeah.
And a hand
It was
warmer and a
freezing.
beanie. He was up there and he says, he comes down and he's like, I'm not going up there again until the game starts. And then he came down and he was just sitting there. And I asked him how cold it was and he said, you don't even know. You don't even know how cold it was. Yeah. Yeah, well, Howe scored to make it 7-0 and everyone was like, what is happening?
Right.
It was like 2 minutes into the game.
Yeah. Also another 7-70. That was the scores that night. An unbelievable game. 7-70, where our opponents had 10 times our score. I mean, like, we did good tonight, but we got obliterated. There's nothing I can say there. I mean, obviously it was freezing out there, but they did have some protective wear, but like Mineola was freezing too. So I mean, I don't know. I mean, what do you have to say about that?
Well, quarterback is hurt on the House side of the field.
Oh, true. Yeah, that's another reason.
Starting center is a freshman.
Yeah.
It's Malin Walker, of course.
Our Malin Walker, yeah.
A new quarterback exchange, I don't know, it's just
A lot of stuff, huh?
This team is really struggling. They're not in the right district. It's really not fair for them. They are really struggling, and I think if they can continue to play the way they are right now, next year and the year after that, they're going to be much better than they are at this point in life.
Yeah, because the freshmen, I know, they're doing really good. So, I mean, being able to surpass some of the seniors and juniors is going to be a real thing that's going to come up.
Well,
I can't wait for that.
Cooper Jones is out right now. Cause,
he is?
Yeah, he has a, what did Monty say he had? He has a not torn.
ACL?
He does not have a torn ACL now, because he would not be walking.
Ever.
Not how that works.
I'm kidding.
It's not Dak Prescott, jeez.
Broken ankles.
Tony Romo on that call when Dak Prescott went down, he just goes, at this point you just gotta hope that it's a he goes, at this point you gotta hope it's a cramp. and then they like switched it to the angle and his foot was like 90 degrees to the other side.
Dang.
And then he just goes, oh no. Oh no.
It's not a cramp. Yeah, back on the subject.
Yeah, sorry. That's a funny story. I had to say that.
Yeah, no, they're pretty bad this season. I mean, not really. They're doing really bad. There's nothing I can say about that. It's just obvious statistics and facts right there. But I mean, otherwise they've been doing pretty well with their defensive. Of course, these teams are already better than us. We can already say that.
Did you see that running back?
They're huge. They're all of them are huge.
Well, did you see the one guy, Travion Sneed?
Yeah, they're all really fast too. But that's one of the main reasons. They could use a little work. We think they'd improve a lot. And but I guess anything else? Do we have our next game? Next Friday, if you want to see us there, will be.
Are you going to be at that game, by the way? Because didn't you say?
Oh yeah, true. I don't know. I might go or might not go. I
will be there for sure. I go to every single How Bulldogs game.
Yeah, for those highlights, and hopefully it's not absolutely freezing.
But we'll be in a booth.
You'll be in a booth.
True.
If I go, then we just sit outside the entire time.
True. Yeah, Bonham. I've heard has a decent booth. By the way, speaking of band, how did y'all do this week?
Oh, we did really good, actually. We had a lot of stuff done. We completed the third movement. Obviously, the front ensemble, which I'm in, we're not doing, we don't go really fast on these things because these parts are pretty hard for us, and we go pretty slow on them, and there's not much time for us to have our teacher because he's mostly going through drumline, but I think once he's gotten that done, we'd probably get through... pretty easily through the song because we haven't had that much practice on our third movement. It's really good third movement. It's got a little reminiscence at the end with the first movement. Otherwise, it's really good.
That's fantastic. I'm glad that the band is doing well this year. Do you know how the playoffs are going to work this year for band? I mean, I don't even know. How is that going to work?
I don't know. We play our show in November something.
But it's not like you can go to San Antonio.
I'm not really sure what's going to go on there. I don't think it's a state year either. Okay. So it won't really matter. I don't think we'll go to San Antonio no matter what. I mean, I think that's once every 2 or 3 years.
Really?
Honestly, I'm not sure about that all that stuff. I just go.
You just go.
Yeah. I just go with the flow.
You're just kind of there.
Yeah, I'm just there. But yeah, we did pretty good. Drumline's doing amazing.
That's good.
Yeah, they improved a lot. And our band, I think the rest of our band, the woodwinds, are also getting much better, and their timing, their marching's getting better. But other than that, amazing.
Well, I'm gonna say while we're on this talk of how in general.
Yes.
You want to talk about Founders Day for a minute?
Yeah, Founders Days. We were there. Thank you all who came by and.
People listening to this right now. If you saw us at Founders Day, thank you so much for stopping by. Thanks for giving the How Podcast 101 a chance. If you're new to this.
Yeah, and make sure you share it on Facebook and all that stuff. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah, shall a moment before we end the show.
I guess what else is there?
What else is there? I
don't think we have anything.
Yeah, I think that's gonna do it for this segment. Coming up next, we will do something.
I don't know. So I'm not sure about this. We might have an interview with this Finnish kid. I'm not 100% sure, but we'll try to find an interview. If we don't, then sorry about that. I know it's one of our popular ones, our interviews, but we just might not be able to get that because of some of our technical difficulties. Because we did have Gage on here, but the sound was just, it was horrible. It was terrible. I could not cope with what it sounded like.
We could have put it on there, but...
It was mic spamming. It was horrible.
It was like when you're too close to the mic and it just makes that popping sound
like breathing almost.
Yeah, that just awkward noise. Yeah. So that's kind of what happened with that. But coming up next, we don't know what we're going to be doing. So
we'll figure that out later. Space. I mean, I guess...
Either we're going to be wrapping it up or we're going to have an interview for you.
We'll do it. We're spending too much time on talking about if we're going to end it or not.
It's fine. We'll do it right after this.
Hey, Lucas, who's your favorite chiropractor?
Rachel Medford, of course.
Medford Chiropractic has the best chiropractic service in Texas, but they also have the best massages and more.
They have massages?
Yeah, and they are awesome.
Yeah, you can find more information on MedfordChiroTX.com.
That's MedfordChiroTX.com.
Medford Chiropractic and Family Wellness at 2412 Old North Road.
940-535-7067.
That is their phone number. And Dr. Rachel Medford, awesome personality, and she's a great person.
Welcome back to the How Podcast 101. I am Jake Roberts, and we are now joined by Brian Flores, otherwise known as Bro Moment Brian. How are you doing?
Man, I'm doing mighty fine. How you doing, man?
I'm doing fantastic. I am glad we found an interview. It took quite a while. So,
Of course.
how is DBU? How's it going?
Wow, man, I'm telling you. There's so many pretty good. No, it's fine. No, it's going pretty good, man. I'm telling you, it's different from high school. I can definitely tell you that. But it's going good, man. It's doing swell. Doing fantastic.
I'm so glad to hear that. Have you had any bra moments?
Maybe. I've had quite a bit actually. So,
Okay.
I was. Let me tell you this one story, man. So, turns out I was talking to this girl, right?
Okay.
And I was making my moves, right?
Okay. I see.
And I had my phone in my pocket, and as I was having a conversation, trying to act all good and stuff, make my moves, what I didn't realize is that my phone accidentally called the group chat, and they were all listening to my conversation.
Okay.
It was awkward, bro. Afterwards, they just teased me about it. They were like, "Oh, Brian, who's that girl?" and all that crap. But it's okay, It's
I see how it is.
at least I made it.
And I saw you get hit in the face with something. It's like a frisbee or something.
Well, look, that's another thing actually. So you know what a pan is, right?
I do, yeah.
Yeah. Well, a pan. Let's say we took the handle out of it, right?
Okay.
And we called it pan frisbee.
Sounds like a bad idea.
It was awful. I cut my finger.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it was bad. We tried using it as a frisbee, didn't go so well, but it's okay. It was fun.
That's good. Have you heard anything about How since you've left? I haven't seen you since. Oh man, I think it was when we went to Sonic that one time.
Oh gosh, I remember that night.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't, but dang, it's been a hot minute. Yeah, you're right. Have I heard anything about How?
Yeah, I was just wondering if there's been any news you've heard.
Well, I heard the football team. I heard they're playing some pretty hard teams this year.
Oh man, yeah, you'd be surprised. You got Pottsboro, Mineola,
all the fun ones.
Oh yeah, all the fun teams. You got all the funsies. Pottsboro, Mineola, Winsboro, Bonham this week. Next week, Mount Vernon. So yeah, pretty tough schedule.
They got Bonham. Come on, they got Bonham. Easy dub.
Yeah, I think they probably could beat Bonham. Bonham's pretty bad this year.
They were bad last year.
That's true.
Yeah.
Did you played football, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What positions did you play?
I was a cornerback and what was the other one? Oh shoot, I don't know.
Tries to remember.
I forgot.
It's okay.
It was a cornerback. Let's just say that part.
Okay, cool.
Yes, of course.
Yeah. So how is church going up there? Have you found a good church?
I've found a lot of churches actually. I'm just bouncing between them right now. There's this huge church called Watermark.
Okay.
It's so big, man. It's crazy big, but yeah, it's they got some good worship teams right there. So yeah, but I haven't set a church yet, but it's okay. I will find one soon.
Of course, and yeah. Thank you so much for joining me. It's been good to talk to you again.
Yes, sir. It's been a pleasure.
We will see you later. Coming up next, though, we are going to be wrapping up the show. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right. We'll do it right after this.
Plant wildflowers and native plants, especially bluebonnets, the Texas state flower. Make your garden or yard a home for pollinators and enjoy a beautiful space. Brought to you by the plant lady, Donna Pelkey.
Welcome back to the How Podcast 101. I'm Lucas Mitchell, but I'm not joined by Jake because he had to leave early, and so I'll be doing this outro myself. Thank you for just like tuning in and stuff in the How Podcast 101. It's great for your help, and thank you for coming out to Founders Day and supporting us. And if you were wondering who won the shirt in the raffle, Corey Bowes won that. Congratulations. But we hope to get out the word that our podcast exists. But it was a good show. I mean, we had a few difficulties, but we got those easy. But I guess thank you for just tuning in. I mean, really, that's all I can say. Just thank you for all the support that you've given us. And make sure you come to Trick or Treat on the 31st at the FBC How parking lot area, and it'd be great. You'll see us there at a booth, on a How Podcast 101 booth, and it'll be really cool to see you. Another thing, I'm going to sell out now, but if you go to how101.com, you can find our merch, and you can find, if you wanted to, you can donate to us, and it would be a great help. Also, business people, if you'd like to, you can get in contact us at howpodcast101.com, or not .com, my bad, howpodcast101 at outlook.com. And you can contact us through there if you'd like to do an ad or anything like that, because we have 2 spots and we're going out fast. But also make sure you can comment and stuff like that. On if you have any suggestions, that'd be great. Another thing, thank you sponsors. I'm going to thank them again. Hannah's Cafe and Market, Dawn Smokehouse, Plant Lady, Palios Medford Chiropractic in Denton, and Cartwright Creation. Also, if you haven't liked and subscribed to this video already, you should. Or not subscribe, you know what I mean. But like, and you can comment down below on different stuff. But make sure you subscribe and ding that bell so you can get our notifications, and you can see if I'm gaming or anything, because I'll be gaming, and it'd just be great if you could join me there live, or I'll post videos and stuff like that. You can also get updates on when these episodes come out every week. It's usually around 8 o'clock that we post these, but I think I'm gonna end this here. I was hoping Jake was gonna help me with this, but we had some difficulties recording it anyway, so he left early. But for me, Lucas Mitchell, and for Jake Roberts, we are signing off for now.